So let's take a look at this question, right? So this is actually question 5. The graph of g of x is equals to 2x plus 6, and also the other equation will be the inverse of g of x, right? So we have d, b that are actually the intercepts of g, right? So that will be d and also b. C is the intercept of g inverse, and then we do have the intersect at a of both equations, right? Let's get into the question. So they are saying that write down the y coordinate of b, and b is here under g of x, right? So g of x is equals to 2x plus 6, meaning that here x is actually at 0. So g at 0 is equals to 2 to 0, and then the plus of 6, which is equals to 6. So this will be the answer for 5.1, right? And then for 5.2, determine the equation of inverse in the form of m, which is the slope or gradient, x, and also the n for y, right? So I'm going to show you how you can be able to do that. So since g of x is equals to 2x plus 6, I can come here and say, okay, this is actually my y, which is equals to 2x plus 6. And then in order for you to get the inverse, make sure that you swap x and y. So x is equals to 2y, the plus of 6. Done. So then after that, you have to solve for y. So I'll take this to the other side, and then I'm going to have x minus 6, which is equals to 2y. So when 6 jump the equal sign to the other side, that will be a minus. So I'm going to divide this side by 2 and the other side by 2. And then this will give me y, which is equals to 1 over 2 x, and then this will be negative 3. This is my answer for this guy here. Simple and straightforward, right? So now they are saying, let me just go back a little bit and check if this question will be related to the other one. Determine the coordinate of A. So it means that now in order for us to get the coordinate of A, we need to make sure that, we need to know what that this equation is equals to, and we already have that. So I'll write it here. I'll write it here to say this will be y, which is equal to 1 over 2 x minus 3, right? So that's what I wanted. So then after that, I'll come and equal the two equations because they are intercepting somewhere there. So y is equals to 1 over 2x minus 3, right? The other equation says that y is equals to 2x plus 6. And then I'm going to equal them, right? 1 over 2x minus 3 is equals to 2x the plus of 6, right? And then I will now solve for x. So I'm going to take this to the other side and then this to the other side. 1 over 2x and then negative 2x is equals to positive 3 plus 6. And then with that, it means that now half minus 2 will give us 1.5. And with that, if you want to apply the calculator, you can just say comma 5 minus 2, and then this will give you negative 3 over 2. So here we have our negative 3 over 2x, which is equals to 9, right? So most of the time I multiply both sides by 2 to cancel it, and then I'm going to multiply this by 2, and then I'm going to have 18, and then this side negative 3x. So then x is equals to, divide both sides by negative 3, and then that will be negative 18 all over 3. So now you have to ask yourself about how many times do 3 go into 18, and then after that you will be having your answer. So the answer here will definitely be negative 6, right? So it means that x is actually at negative 6 here, negative 6. And if x is actually at negative 6, it means that we can now substitute into maybe this equation or this equation to get what? The x value. So here if we say half negative 6 negative 3, this will be what? The half of 6 will be negative 3, and then minus 3 will give us negative 6. So it means here this is negative 6. If you don't believe, you go to the other equation and say equals to 2 into negative 6 and then plus 6, right? This will give you negative 12, and then plus 6 will give you the same negative 6. So it means that now you are able to you'll be able to get the 3 marks, and then you'll be sorted. So now you know that the values here are actually negative 6, and then the other one will be 6, the value of b. So with that, we can now continue. So I decided to draw the line here so that we can calculate the length of AB. So now this means that we should know or write down the coordinates of B here. So remember that the coordinates of B will be 0 and 6, and then the coordinates of A will be the negative 6, negative 6. So I'm gonna write them here. A, which is negative 6, negative 6, and then B will be 0, negative 6. Oh, sorry, positive 6. So this means that we can now go and write the length, which is actually the distance. So we can go and say d, which is the square root of x2 minus x1, and then the plus of y2 minus y1, and we have to square both sides, and then I'm gonna start and say this is 1 and then 2. So x2 will be 0 minus 6 squared, the plus of number 2, that will be 6 minus 6 squared, and remember everything should be inside the square root. Everything should be inside the square root. So which is equals to this. So the first thing that we're gonna do is to multiply negative and negative. Gonna get positive. 6 squared will be 36, and then here negative and negative will be positive, and then we're gonna have 12 squared. And then let's go and check what the calculator will give us, and then that will be 12 squared, the plus of 36, and then this is the answer that we are getting. The answer here will be 6 square root of 5, right? So we now know the length of AB, and the length of AB will be 6, then square root, and then square root of 5. So we can go back and write the answer maybe here and say AB, from this point to this point we have the length that is 6 and then square root of 5. So remember, this is a triangle with two equal sides because it's just an inverse of each other, right? So since they are actually the inverse of each other, it means that the point here at C and then with B including A will definitely have the same distance. So here we're going to write the same distance. So this means that the distance AB is equals to the distance AC, and then it's equals to 6 the square root of 5. So this is actually the distance that we were looking for at this point, right? So calculate the area of ABC. So now we have 5 marks that says calculate the area of what? ABC. So I'm going to teach you how you can be able to get the area without any height within the triangle. So I'm going to show you how you can get the area of a triangle without any height. As long as you have all the sides, you should be able to get it, right? So remember the equation. I'm going to write down the equation here. The equation, which is equals to 1 over 2 minus 3. So I want to know here, at this point at C, we know that y is actually 0. So let's try to solve for x, right? So then 3 is equals to 1 over 2x, multiply both sides, and then x is equals to 6. Meaning that here we have 6 and 0 for C, and then here we have what? 0 and 6. Meaning that the distance here, I'm not going to waste our time that much. However, just want to find the distance here, meaning that if we'll definitely end up with the 2, that will be like 36 plus 36. That will be the distance BC, right? BC distance, and then this will equal 67. So this will equal the square root of 72. This is actually the distance. If you want to calculate the distance, you already know the formula. You can actually prove it. So now we know that we have the distance as given. I just want to see if we can be able to calculate this. However, now we know that BC is equals to this, and we have other sides, right? So let me show you how you can be able to find the area, right? So I'm going to use the Heron's formula. In each and every single mathematics, you should be able to apply it because it's actually applicable, right? 6 square root of 5 and then 6 square root of 5, and then I'm going to write square root of 72, and then after that I'm going to erase the board and start with the solution, right? So the first thing that you should do is to write the formula down. So let's try to make this quick. I'm now going to select the color and try to complete this first, right? So as I said that we are not going to look for maybe this particular height here. We are going to use all the sides to get the area of a triangle using the Heron's formula, right? So that formula is actually the best. You can use it anywhere just to show how smart you are and so forth. So I'll just say SH, which is the first thing that we should find, A, B, and then I'm gonna add all the sides, BC, and divide them by 2, which is equals to, so I'm going to take 6 square root of 5, the plus of 6 square root of 5, and then the plus of that, right? And then this is equals to, let me go and use a calculator to be quick. Just the addition. The arrangement does not actually matter in addition. All divided by 2. Then this will be my answer. And I will just say 6 square root of 5 plus 3 square root of 2. So this is actually the answer that I have for SH, right? So after that, we are going to find the area, and then let's see, the area is equals to, this is the area formula, right? So let me do this just to make sure that everything is, clean and clear. So I'm going to use the SH there, or you can say H, right? I'm just going to say multiply everything by SH, and then make sure that SH minus, so I'm going to start with A, B, and then SH minus AC. Let me just roll back twice, and then the other one will be the same SH minus BC. So remember, I'm going to square everything. And after squaring everything, I should be able to get the answer, right? So this is equals to, I'm not going to maybe waste our time by substituting and doing other things, but what I know is that I'm going to use the calculator, right, to get the answer. So remember, we have SH, and then multiply the product of 1, 2, 3. So I can say that's actually the product, which is equals to the final answer. So I don't want to squander our time. You can actually practice with other questions and try to check the memorandum. They might not use this formula, but this formula will help you to save time and also to know that you'll always get the area of a triangle. So SH is equals to this, and this is actually our answer, right? Sorry, what's our answer? 6 square root of 5, the plus of 3 square root of 2. This is our answer, right? So just to make sure that you don't lose this and avoid the tedious process, use this as the answer and say, okay, the first one says that SH, so you're going to say answer because that's the SH, and then multiply by SH minus AB, so you say answer minus 6 square root of 5, and then another one will be answer minus the same, which is 6 square root of 5, and then another one, the last one will be the same one, answer minus the square root of 7 2, right? Then let's confirm square root of 7 2, and then the other 2, and then multiply the answer, which is the SH. This is equal to this number. So I'll go down and say my answer will be the square root. I hate the fact, okay, the square root of 2916, right? 2916, which is equals to, let me go and check the calculator. 2916 will give us 55, I mean 54 units. So this is actually the answer for that particular question that says that find the area of the triangle. So I know that you're doing grade 12 and this method might actually be new to you, but it will be helpful just to get 100% in mathematics. Formulas don't actually matter. What matters is actually how you got to the answer. So please make sure that if you don't know or if you don't have the height, then just go straight and use this particular formula and you'll be able to get the answer, and then the 5 mark will definitely be yours.